Okay, so today we're going to be using the brand new M3 sniper carbine thingamabob. I've come to the conclusion that this thing is either good or terrible. So it may well be the best, worst gun in Battlefield 5. And that's a weird way of explaining it, but I think it could be the best, worst gun in the game right now. So the reason I think this is the best, worst gun is, first of all, this thing is just, it's ridiculous. It takes up like half the screen. Right, it looks incredibly cool, but like when you're running along, it's kind of hidden. But like if you're crouching around, like just sort of like wanting to peek a corner or something, this thing takes up 50% of the screen. So if there's an enemy in the right-hand side of the screen, hidden behind the gun, well, you're never going to see them. And multiple times already I've been killed by somebody hiding behind the infrared scope that I'm using, which is not brilliant. Wow. But when it works, and even at like sort of mid to long range, this thing is pretty devastating. It's just an M2 carbine with an infrared scope on the top of it. But you're using it for the recon class, not the assault class. So you can play a bit more of a stealth role if you want to. Now, I don't think there's anyone actually on the bridge, or there are people on the bridge, but my flare didn't light them up. Probably in the house behind, maybe? There you go. It can be pretty devastating. It's a... Oh dear. It's a bit spammy. Like, it's just click, tap, 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 tap. It's a bit spammy, but I'm quite liking it so far. I've unlocked the first 2 levels of specialization for it. This guy's a wiggler. He's wiggled away from me. Now, where did I just get shot from? There. But at the sort of mid-range, like this kind of distance, it can be really, really good. The scope itself, like when you look through it, it's not particularly brilliant. I thought it would be a bit clearer, if I'm honest. But that doesn't appear to be the case. This guy's running right into the windmill. Did we just let him run into the windmill? Did we really just do that? Did we really just let him run in? Come on, guys. He's right here. Come and kill him. There we go. You did it. You did it, team. Well done. He was only lit up on the minimap. He only then killed me, revealing his position, and it still took you another 10 seconds to come and kill him. Fantastic work. Now, this guy knows what's up. That's a war machine right there. He's going to strike fear into the hearts of any American that dares come near him. I've claimed the war machine as my own. Do you want to hop on? Is that what you want to do? Or are you gonna try and get on? No! Leave me alone. Me and my humble tractor. I think I got a roadkill with this thing before. Look, there's an American in the middle of the lavender field. Oh dear, I'm not very good at driving this. Right, he's behind the hut. He's behind the hut. Are you gonna flank round? There he goes. Oh, I missed him! No! No! I think this weapon very much performs at its best when you're in sort of the mid to long range. Hang on a minute, there's a spawn beacon over here that's been put down. That guy's got a Shoshar. Oh, we had to get rid of him quick. The damage on the Shoshar, the new light machine gun, is pretty strong. But yeah, this thing performs best at mid to long range. Oh, that's one of the new weapons as well, the Johnson rifle. I wonder if I'll get a res. I will get a res. Thank you very much, good sir. Where did that guy come from? There's just a Sherman. Guys, he's over here. But yeah, I think it performs best at mid to long range. Here, this kind of range, you have to lead your target too much. It becomes a bit ineffective. But like that range is perfect for it. And one really good thing that I've learned already is that because you're using it on the recon class, if you've got the right combat role, the moment you land the first shot, you spot the enemy. which is a great little feature. And it just means that it lights up players on the minimap for you. So, like, over there, I've lit that guy further back. He's dead. He's a bit spam fiery, like I've said to you, but see, it lights the guy up at long range. Actually finished him off, nice. See if I can get the res on this guy. Yep, I think we'll go for it. But that marking of enemies with a semi-auto rifle, I mean, you got 16 rounds, so you could just pick people off at longer ranges or just hit them with maybe 1 or 2 shots. And it becomes really powerful because then everyone else that's on your team can see that spot. And obviously we know how powerful 3D spotting is in Battlefield 5 because there isn't a huge amount of it. Not at least in comparison to other games anyway. Plus, as the recon, you've got the spotting flare. You can spot even more people. Guy on the corner here. We got that one. Flames. There you go. Not actually doing too bad with this. Me saying it's the best worst gun. At close range, you do get hit hard with this thing. Because if someone is hiding behind the scope, it's not fun. And you just don't stand any chance against SMG users. We're quite a considerable distance behind when it comes to tickets, so I've got a feeling we might lose this one. But look, here, the power of spotting people at longer ranges. Let me just... You just stand still! There you go. He's now spotted. Keep up a little bit of damage on those guys. But it just means that anyone who is in that area can now see those people spotted on the minimap and in 3D as well. Which is ultimately more powerful at close range because then you get the little icons that you can aim at instead of players that perhaps you couldn't see. Is that? Yeah, it is. It's another infrared user. Good deal. Now, get rid of that. Always get rid of the spotting flare. One other downside that I've seen for this weapon in certain scenarios is that when you pull out of looking at something really bright like that, your screen, when it comes back, is a bit dark around the edges. Can you see that? So when I'm aiming at something really bright, I come out of the scope and everything's a lot darker, and it takes a few seconds for that brightness to come back. So that's something to be aware of if you're going to use this. If you're firing in light environments, then your screen will go darker for a few seconds. If I can spot the guy. Oh, every shot missed. But yeah, that's something that you need to be aware of. Like here, it's gonna look really dark because I'm looking at something that's really bright. Even there, like I'm looking at a light, it comes out and it's really dark again. So be aware of that when you're using it, because it can be a little bit of a downside, especially in close quarters. Oh, see that guy over there? Oh, there's another one. That wasn't bad. That was pretty nice. I switched mid-gunfight to another player. I do have better accuracy whilst moving already enabled with this M3. Hang on a minute. Always get rid of the flares. Then you can't be spotted. I know it only just went up. It's not like I'm having a go at someone, but always get rid of the flares. I think we've capped 4 of their flags. We've actually turned this around a little bit. We're closing the gap somewhat. Is that... Yeah, that's an actual tank who wasn't paying the blindest bit of attention to me at all. He's lost his gunner now. There's his gunner. Loves his flames. Oh, he's actually trying to kill someone. There we go. That was a cheap kill steal from the other guy, but sometimes you got to take those ones. Sometimes you got to take them. There is another enemy tank around here somewhere, and they do now own this objective. It's just so much fun. Nope. I was going to pop out the flare gun then and try and light up the area, but this guy snuck up on me. Having played about 20 rounds of Provence now, this area in between E and D is one of my favourites, because the cover that they've built here is actually really effective for infantry. And it can create some really good skirmishes between different squads. No, don't you dare come at me with that explosive plunger. You can put that down, sir. It was Mixie! One of my friends. But yeah, I really like this area because of all the cover and the undulation in the terrain and stuff like that. It creates some good skirmishes between the two flags. So even though these are quite far out, you can still have some good infantry play in these areas. Right, I'm just going to pop a flare. See if we can move up on here. There is actually I think there's a guy up here, maybe? Yep, you're dead. There we go, that's one. I think they're all in here. Oh, I got another cheeky one there, another nice headshot. And another kill. There's me saying that this is one of the worst weapons. But it's pretty good. Sometimes I like using a more challenging weapon anyway. It feels a bit more fun. Because, like... Oh, hang on a minute. We've got to take the war machine for a ride. No, 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 don't shoot me. Leave me alone. I'm not doing anyone any harm on my tractor. Just having some fun. Okay, they've taken the B objective. Alright, now I know where to call my V1 in. Looks like we've already called one in on them anyway. There we go. It's gone a little bit further than that. But the explosion is now done, and I can call in mine. So I'm going to put it there, not exactly on B, but I'm going to put it near it because a lot of their team will now be spawning on that. Let's kill him. Here it comes. Bye. We got one kill. We got one kill. I feel accomplished. It'll do. It'll do. Well, there was me saying we were going to lose the round. Looks like we might actually end up winning it. It should be decent. And despite me saying that this is like the best, worst gun, it's not the worst. It's just difficult to use in the right situation. But I would encourage you to give it a go because, like I said, different playstyles, something that's a bit more challenging to use. That's good fun. That's what you want in a game. You want to challenge yourself a little bit. Wow, you nearly came right up on me, didn't you? Yeah, you want to challenge yourself in games. Okay, I clearly stumbled upon something there, didn't I? Any more enemies around here? Yeah, there is. Wow, we cleaned up with that. Awesome. Oh. There we go, we got him. So yeah, that's been the M3 Sniper Carbine. It's a great gun, that. The worst, best gun. There you go. Time Crasher off on his tractor. I really think it should be called the War Machine. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. Any comments you might have about any of the new guns, put those down below. And leaving a like on any of my videos is always appreciated. It really helps the channel. And until next time, I'll catch you all in the next one.